All right, good morning. This is our first attempt at doing a digital lesson. We're going to see how this works out. We're just doing a sample run today for combining integers. You'll see on the screen right now are the notes for combining integers. I've already uploaded a PDF to Office 365, so you should be able to get this first page of the notes on there. Don't need to copy it down, but if you want to copy it down and put it in your notebook, probably not a bad idea, so you can keep everything tucked away there in one place. So as we look here at combining integers, first thing I want you to consider is the fact that this is not necessarily addition and subtraction. Yes, we are adding and subtracting integers, but I want you to think of each number as its own individual number. So you'll see that with the notes, we've got a positive 8 and a negative 13. I've put a circle around both of those numbers so that you can see that each one is separate. Each one is its own thing. You've got positive 8, negative 13. The rules for integers are going to be same sign, different sign. So for same sign, we're going to add the numbers, keep the sign. So if they're both a positive, we're going to add those numbers. A positive 5 and a positive 3 makes a positive 8. Both of them are negative numbers. A negative 11 and a negative 18 makes a negative 29. And then you've got numbers that are different signs. One's a positive, one's a negative. You're going to subtract those numbers and keep the sign of the larger number. Well, let's take a closer look as to why this is happening. If I have a negative 8 and a negative 5, what I want you guys to consider is that those are two separate numbers. This is not necessarily subtraction. Well, these numbers are on the same team. We have 8 negatives, and we have 5 more negatives. Well, if we look at what we've got here in this situation, we've got all of these are on the same side. All right, well, if we take all of those and put those together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 negatives. So you'll see that if we take this here and we take this 8 and we take this 5 and we put them together, we get a negative 13. Well, if we continue this idea, whoops, still getting used to this here. If we take this here and we look at it in terms of numbers with different signs, let's take that as a negative 8 plus 5. Well, again, I want you to look at that as negative 8 and positive 5. So I have 8 negatives. And I have 5 positives. Well, if you look at these, they cancel each other out, leaving me with 3 negatives. Well, if you go back to the rule, these are different signs, so we subtract, and we kept the sign of the larger number.